The movie Scarface was my first introduction into crime. One of my uncles, shout out to my Uncle Greg, gave me a Betamax, and we only had 2 tapes to go into the Betamax in the 80s. We had Scarface and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I watched Scarface over and over and over again. I thought I knew what cocaine was, what bricks was, when you had to do something to somebody, what an informant was as a child. Fast forward, by the time I got to, I want to say like junior high school age, you see all the high school girls come out. You see all the guys that's a little bit older than the high school girls pull up in the cars. Back in the day, it was a Pathfinder, a Nissan Maxima, a Z, maybe a Benz, maybe a BMW. I sat on that porch and I fantasized about when those times would come for me. My cousin's friend that was playing basketball on our patio with him dropped a bag out of his hoodie, and I thought it was a bunch of teeth. I was like, bro, somebody got their teeth knocked out in that bag? He hurried up and grabbed the bag and put it back in his shirt. When I got my cousin back by myself, I was like, what was that Slim had? He said, oh man, that's crack. That's the stuff that they selling. And I said, yeah, so you know, you do this and you do that with that. And then he said, yeah, you do that with that. And I say, how do you get started? I didn't look at it like I was doing something immoral. I didn't look at it like you was selling drugs. I looked at it as an uptown guy. I wanted to be able to do what they was doing because every day they had new Sergio Tacchini sweatsuits. They had new Fila sweatsuits. They had new tennis shoes. They had this, they had that. And that's how they was getting it. And that was my first curiosity of going into the streets. The streets for me was to get some paper. I never went into the streets for a name, a reputation, gang banging. I followed in the footsteps of a cousin of mine that had a little bit more experience with people that was older. And the only thing I think I stepped out of his footsteps was when the violence hit. And that's another story. We can get into that later.